my dear sewing friends, it's Alisa here with Thoughtful Creativity, and today we are putting our knit fabric scraps to a good use. As you can see here, I have some really small pieces, some bigger pieces, a really wide variety. And working with knit scrap fabric sometimes is a little bit more challenging than with woven fabric scraps, because what can you use knit fabric scraps for? So that's what we're going to talk about in this video. First, let's talk about tiny, and I mean teeny tiny knit fabric scraps that aren't good for really anything. Well, almost. You will need to cut 2 squares that are about 5 inches by 5 inches. Now, I tried to cut it out of knit fabric, but I do prefer the result better if you do the shell from stable woven fabric, and you will see why in just a few moments. Once you have the squares, put them right sides together and sew all sides, but leave a small opening on one of them so that way you can turn it out. Now here, you will take your tiny and odd knit fabric scraps and you cut them even smaller. And after that, you will stuff this little square with those. Once done, sew the opening shut either by hand or sewing machine, up to you. And that's where I switched from that pink knit fabric to this woven dark fabric, because I just realized it wasn't working out. Now, push the stuffing away from the middle of the pillow like this, because that's where we will do a straight stitch from one side to another. And we are done with our project. Now grab your stud earrings that you had a hard time organizing and storing and place them in the middle like so. Now you have a wonderful earring organizer. Now here you can see the one that I made from knit fabric, and you can totally spot that it has lumps and it just looks odd. Overall, not a great result. So it is much better if you choose woven fabric for the outer shell. Plus, choose darker color so that way you can easily spot your favorite earrings. Let's move on to your small knit scraps. Any print and any color will do. And one thing that I absolutely love about crafting with knits is that they rarely fray. Therefore, it really makes for a quick and beautiful project. Now, cut your small scraps into 3 by 4 inch rectangles and 2 by 1 inch rectangle as well. Now, bigger one will be for the bow and smaller one will be for the middle of it. And here we need to do very little sewing and have your glue gun ready as well. With the wrong side up, fold the edges to the middle like so. And then fold it into the middle from the opposite sides, slightly overlapping them. Now take a hand sewing needle and gather the bow. And once done, secure it with a knot. Then grab a glue gun, put a little dot of glue in the middle of the bow on the right side, and quickly fold the edges of the smaller piece to the inside as well. Place it on the bow. Once it's secure, turn it to the back and glue the loose ends by overlapping them. And your project is done! Now you can use this as a decorative element, but I like to make these into hair clips. Now you can easily buy simple hair clips from dollar store and jazz them up. You can even turn this into a gift. Just have fun with it. Now this next idea is probably my favorite from this whole lineup, and I can totally see myself doing more of these. Now choose knit fabric with a pretty print, and I'm sure you have plenty of those. Now I have all of these odds and ends left from making this t-shirt, and that's what we're working with here. Now I saw this idea on a store-bought t-shirt, which was actually a gift from my mom. This little animal over here has been interfaced and then stitched onto a t-shirt. Both fabrics are knits. It just so happens that I actually already have interfacing with stretch at home, so bonus points here. First, I will interface the fabric scrap I want to work with. Once done, I actually had a hard time deciding on the shape, and I decided to start simple, so let's go with a heart. Cut it out. Then I prepped a t-shirt pattern for my little one, but you can totally jazz up t-shirts that you already have, so there's no need to make new ones. And by the way, this applique can cover some of the wear and tear on your favorite clothes. Now this t-shirt is actually made from an adult t-shirt, so I'm kind of upcycling over here. Pin your applique in position. If you feel that pins are warping or rippling the surface, you can baste it in with a hand needle. Then I chose this stretch straight stitch. I will leave a link for it in the info box for you guys if you want to read a bit more about it. And slowly but surely I attached the heart to the shirt. Once all was done, I just have to sew up the t-shirt and ta-da! How cute is this? And what a fun way to use your pretty knit scraps and give second life to your clothing. This next project idea is great if you have larger pieces of knit scrap fabric, about 9 inches by 20 inches. I am using 9 by 16 since this will be for my little one. You will need to cut a rectangle, making sure that it stretches within the longest side. First, place it right sides together and sew the long edge. Make sure to use zigzag or a serger. Once done, position the seam in the middle like so. Now bring the short ends together and you will need to sandwich them together like so. And here I'm going to let you watch my hands. That would be the best option. Once you got your sandwich, sew it together. And well, your headband is done. That was pretty quick and easy, wasn't it? A quick little tip here. If you make it from warmer knits for winter time, this could be a great ear warmer. Now for this project idea, the possibilities are truly endless, but let me show you the basics and then after that, you can have fun. Now it is perfect if you have longer pieces of scraps. They don't have to be wide, but longer is better. Or you can even use your old t-shirts for this as well. Great upcycling idea. Now you will start by cutting your fabric stretchwise into about 1-inch strips. Now there is a way how to make it into one long continuous piece, so if you want that, just look it up, but we will keep it simple for now. Once you have cut all your knit fabric, pull the strips like so until they form little tubes, and I must say this is so satisfying. Now, grab your crochet hook and use this as your yarn. And if you don't crochet, then there are more uses for these, like all sorts of ties. You can actually braid it and make it into a keychain as well, maybe a bracelet. This is also a little fun project to do with kids and see what kind of fun things you can come up with. Just let your creativity loose. Now, dear sewing friends, thank you so much for watching, and if you're looking for more scrap fabric ideas, definitely click on the video right over here. I think you will like it as well. Well, happy sewing, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!